is a lake in Zurich, and I hope you're able to see these beautiful mountains and the waters. And this is just to greet you and say good evening. Yeah, getting. So today the subject is why is it that people are not able to get enlightened? Why are people in this world not seeking and getting enlightenment? Who would like to try this? Why is it that people in this world, enlightenment is not so difficult, but why is it that people are not seeking, not getting? What is the problem? What is the reason? Who would like to share? I can't hear any of you.
Salam, Guruji. Hello.
Yes, Bridget, tell me, Bridget. Why people are not seeking and getting enlightenment?
First person don't know it exists. We cannot know because we don't have the same information. We don't know about it. We are in false information. You understand? Because we live in samsara.
People don't know the meaning of enlightenment. They don't know there's something like enlightenment.
No. They think they will go in paradise and heaven, but never they think it's enlightenment.
So this is very interesting to hear your point. Very interesting. Let me come back to you. Please don't forget, we need to discuss your point, okay? Who else would like to share? Avinash, yes, Avinash, what do you think? Why people are not...
Yes, sir. So
Avinash.
yes, sir. Am I audible at your end?
Yeah,
thanks. Yeah, so the thing that I realize is everybody wants everything very fast on the click. So coming to the spiritual path, stick to that, have patience and continue, and to experience that, joy, enthusiasm or the bliss, it takes time. People do not have those kind of patience. Okay, so that's why they keep on changing guru, and in the end, they give up on the spirituality. That's what I have seen. Okay, so that is one of the thing. And other thing that I know, like because of this dharma, being Hindu, we did not come to the, the level where we can go to real truth. Okay, beyond that, God and statues. So that is another worry. That satya सामने नहीं रखा जाता, सत्य को सम्मान नहीं दिया जाता. So that is what another thing I feel. Yeah.
Okay, very. I'm quite intrigued. I'm quite interested. I'm because quite surprised when I look at my own life. Like I just realized what Bridget said is so true. Because for 40 years I did not seek enlightenment. Bridget, so I was laughing at what you were saying actually, Bridget. But for 40 years I did not seek enlightenment. I did not realize there was something called enlightenment for 40 years. So good, Bridget, and good, Avinash, that sometimes Avinash is saying it's religion. Yes. Religion can confuse. So, and Avinash has one or two interesting. Yes, Kiran Katuria Mataji, bolo.
Guruji, I think people don't have yearning for God. They don't want deeply to be enlightened, and they don't want to seek. And I feel we have to seek God beyond anything else. And we should have a deep yearning for God.
Wait. Kiran, is enlightenment only about God?
Unification with God.
No, but what about enlightenment on happiness? What about enlightenment on peace? What about enlightenment on the mind, the monkey mind that makes us miserable? We spoke about yesterday. What about enlightenment on problems? What about enlightenment on life and death? All these are so many other points that people have no enlightenment about.
Yes, Guruji, but then not only these 2 points, but then we have to live. Person who wants to seek God or get enlightenment, then he has to live with discrimination, dispassion, discipline, and he has to have deep desire for liberation. And then we have to win the war, which is all the time inside us.
Are you saying it is very difficult? That's why people don't want it? Kiran, are you saying it is very difficult? That's why people don't want
it? It is not that easy also. It is not easy because continuous effort is required for this. And one has to leave the craving.
But the reward is so great. No. Okay, I don't know whether you have to actually give up all cravings and things like that. But okay, good thoughts, Kiran. Appreciate your thoughts. Who else would like? This seems to be a very interesting subject. Sudeep Bhargava.
Yes. Shivam, sir.
Although you want to speak, please
so what
your hands signal on the Zoom. Yes, Sudeep. Raise your hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what I think is that over the many janmas that we've already taken, we have been conditioned to look at the sense gratification, something that appeals to our senses. So we are only looking for the tangible things. So first thing would be that, okay, if I go for enlightenment, will that increase my salary? Will I be able to purchase a new house or a car? So we are still, majority of the people, like 99%, like you say, are still stuck with those materialistic gains because that gives them the sense gratification. They are not able to look at the intangible benefits that the enlightenment brings in. That's point number one. And another point that I feel.
Why should we go after it? If there's nothing tangible, then why should we go after it?
No, because the intangibles are much more important than the tangibles here.
So basically, you're coming back.
The peace of mind is something I cannot put that in numbers, but that is much more important than anything else for me.
You're coming back to Bridget's point, where Bridget said that people don't understand enlightenment. True. Bridget said people don't even understand what is this. What do people want in today's world? What they say, khao, pio, jio, masti karo. People think, have fun, man. Come on, have fun. What is this have fun? Are people able to realize that the so-called fun that you're trying to have, it's going to give you so much misery? So I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm asking you the question. I mean, Sudeep, so get a little bit more deeper. What do you think? Why people are not seeking enlightenment and going towards it?
So that's more, I mean, like I said, because it's giving them, it's not giving them the short-term gains that they're looking for. They want something to do which gives them the instant happiness. It's like a 2 minutes noodle that I do something and I get the happiness within 2 minutes. So I watch a movie, I get happiness. I feel happy, I watch a comedy movie. I don't want that happiness where you have to sit silent and watch the thoughts. That is a long-term thing. So we don't want to get into that side. That's what people
think. It's a world of McDonald's. What you're saying, it's a world of McDonald's and Maggie.
It's a world of instant noodles.
It's a world of McDonald's and Maggie. Nobody.
Correct. Everything wants instantaneous things. So we don't want to wait. We don't have that kind of a patience. Somebody talked about that patience in our group today, sir. That patience is missing, sir. We don't want to wait for the happiness to come.
Yeah, but if you want. But if you want fast food, you never get good food. That's why fast food is much cheaper. Fast food is much cheaper. Fast food is 1/10 the price of good food.
Correct. But the truth is that the fast food is selling more than the good food also.
Yeah, because people are just running like mad people. People are just running like mad people, and people don't realize that they are missing this journey called life. Okay, good, Sudeep. Good. Ashok Nichani. Yes. Why, Ashok? Why do you think people are not seeking and getting enlightenment? What do you think?
Shivam, sir.
I also think Priya Aranya. Priya Aranya wants to ask the next question. Okay. Priya, yes, Ashok Nichani.
Shivam, sirji. Shivam.
Bolo.
Sirji, the concentration is not there on enlightenment. Concentration.
Why?
Because they are.
Why?
Because they are busy in their worldly desires. They don't have faith that we will be able to reach enlightenment. Faith is not there.
Back to Bridget's point that what you're saying, they don't give importance to it. What you're saying
They don't.
is what I first did not agree with Bridget so much, but then I realized my own mistake. I think people don't know there's something called enlightenment. People, Ashok,
Yes, sir.
what you're saying, they don't have faith. Ashok, what is your principal point? They don't believe in it, or they don't have faith?
They think they'll not be. They don't have faith in themselves that we'll reach enlightenment.
So they think it's a Mount Everest, very difficult to climb.
They think it that way. They think that let me get the worldly desires first. I will see to it later.
Okay, good, Ashok. I think all of you have got some very good thoughts on this subject. Priya, Aranya, please unmute and ask your question.
Sir,
give your comment.
for me, I believe that alignment is aligning your body, soul, and mind.
Enlightenment is.
Yeah, aligning your bodies, because unless and until you don't align yourself, you're not being able to express your feelings to other people, you know. So normally people, they say, I do meditation, I do everything, but still I'm not getting anything, getting that kind of a feeling, you know. The reason is because they're only, because for them everything is from outside. Nothing is like, I feel that enlightenment is first you rectify yourself. You align yourself with body, soul, and mind.
What according to you, what is enlightenment, Priya?
For me, according to me, is that enlightenment is get into a spiritual part which will help you to release yourself with the recycle of birth.
Good, excellent answer. But remember this: just by aligning your body and mind, you can't get enlightenment. That may be a starting step. That is just a starting step. But the problem is people don't even want to start. People are so. I just got down. I got down in the train station in Zurich just now at this place, and I happened to see a man sitting down there, and he was rolling drugs in a piece of paper. He was just rolling a piece of paper and having drugs. Now, a person who's doing that, he is so addicted to his. We are such slaves of the mind. So that guy is a slave of his mind, and for him, having drugs is what is important in life. Enlightenment is not important. So, what you're saying, aligning body mind, I think is very important. But you know, what you said in the end, freedom from the cycle of rebirth.
Exactly, sir.
This is something people don't even want to think about. It is very sad. And I think who came second in the list, who told me, I think it was Avinash. Again, amazing input today. What Avinash said, I don't know whether you all paid attention or not, what Avinash said. He said, people are not gaining enlightenment because, damn it, religion. This dharma is a problem. This damn it dharma is teaching wrong things. Every dharma is just selfish. The dharma wants people to pay charity to the church, pay dakshina to the temple, and continue to be puppets to the religion. How will they get enlightenment? Which religion is teaching enlightenment? Tell me one religion which is teaching enlightenment. Any one religion is there? With all due respect to Hitkari ji, Hitkari ji, आपने सुना होगा ना हितकारी जी? वो दिन एक बेचारा छोटा बच्चा गुरुद्वारा गोल्डन टेम्पल में गया, वो सेवादार ने उसको मार दिया. आपने सुना होगा ना?
No.
You know that story?
No, sir. I think it is
4 days back. 4 days back, I read in the Golden Temple. In the Golden Temple, one young boy.
Yes.
वो अपनी मस्ती में जंप करके जो पाठ में जो ग्रंथ साहिब के सामने एक जो स्वॉर्ड रखा है, उस स्वॉर्ड को पकड़ लिया.
No,
उस स्वॉर्ड को हाथ में लिया.
It was attacked. Sir, it is attacked. Attacked. He attacked it.
इसका अटैक कुछ नहीं हुआ. नहीं.
No.
अटैक कुछ नहीं हुआ.
No, he wanted to do some mischief. He wanted to do some mischief. And that
but क्या हुआ पता है? फिर क्या हुआ?
Sir,
फिर क्या हुआ?
he was captured by other people And after that, by the people who assembled there, they beat him.
And he died.
Yes.
So what? No, all I'm saying is, I'm not giving any comment on this. I'm only reading it as an outsider. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? धर्म में हम इंसान को हम सोच, we think इंसान is भगवान. Our whole logic is every human being is
Yes,
a
sir.
manifestation of God. So all, again, as I said, when I read somewhere, I'm in Switzerland. I got this news as a flash. कभी-कभी मुझे headline news में एक ऐसा आता है, one small news.
Correct.
But I feel religions are not teaching us enlightenment. No religion, not a single religion in the world. We are so caught in the dogmas, in the rituals, in the superstitions. ये करो, अर्चना करो, अरदास करो, आरती करो, ये करो, वो करो. लेकिन प्रभु कौन है, प्रभु कहाँ है, एक ओमकार सतनाम, वो भूल जाते. The words of the master, जो हमारा main words है, उस पे ध्यान किसी का नहीं. Anyway, so who else would like to give some comment? Anybody else? Thank you, Priya, for your inputs. And Ashok. Anybody else, administrator? Or can we go to questions? Kaumudi, we have to go to questions, please. After Kaumudi, we get to other questions on enlightenment. Kaumudi. Kaumudi, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Bolo.
So, my question is that would पछतावा जो करते हैं ना, पश्चाताप. Let's say if I've done something bad, I've done bad. Let's say I've harassed someone, and then I realize that it was wrong of me. So, does pastava make a difference in our enlightenment or in our karma getting diluted, or we still have to face all the punishment or whatever karma has to give us for that? Does it make a difference once you have realized your mistake?
So I think, suppose some people, when they suppose I murder your dog. Suppose I'm angry at you and I come and murder your dog. Just I'm giving an example. Now I have murdered your dog. Already it's a bad karma on me. Now what I do, I go to Tirupati. When you go to Tirupati and all these kind of temples, you find people are rolling. 100 times they're rolling up, rolling down, rolling up, rolling up, north, south, east, west, they are rolling. Now what happens? Your dog is already killed. Your loving dog is killed. I killed your dog. By rolling up and down and doing some tamasha, will that pap, that sin, will it be forgiven?
No.
How can you will have to pay as per karma. Just to give you your answer, I'm giving the right answer to you. Pay attention. You cannot give yourself the punishment. That is not valid. Am I clear? You can do good karma. You can do good karma. That will negate your bad karma. If you do good karma, it will negate your bad karma. But if you just try to punish yourself, you it's just like saying, I'll give you an example. It's just like one terrorist comes and he shoots 4 people dead. Can you hear me? Can you see me, administrator? Everybody's gone blank. Can you see? Sudhir, can you hear me?
We can see you.
Okay. So if a man comes and he kills 4 people, after he kills 4 people, he says, "Arey yaar, maine kya kiya yaar? I took a gun and I shot 4 people." So what does he do now? He says, "Okay, next 30 days I will do fasting. For 30 days I will not eat food as a paschatap." So is that valid? You kill 4 people, now you gave yourself 30 days fasting. Kaumudi, you think it's okay?
No, not okay. But I'm not talking about self-punishment. No, I'm talking about realization. Let's say I have spoken bad about you. And then I realize that it's very wrong of me. And I really repent and I say sorry in my mind. And in the sense mentally, I write you a letter or I write you an email. And then genuinely I feel that what I did was wrong. Does that realization help you in the sense you understand my questions? वो dilute हो जाता है, same रहता है.
Wait a minute. So if you in your mind feel bad about it, there is no use.
Hi.
But if you send me if you send me an email and you tell me I am very sorry, I feel bad, I should not have hurt you, then that will have some effect because it is a karma. Every positive karma will negate a negative karma. Is it clear?
Yes, yes, clear.
But remember this, again I'm telling you, you cannot decide and you cannot negate which karma you did. That would be decided by the law of karma. Nobody can negate that.
So that means in the next janam
Next
again, you
question,
will
please.
also curse me. In the next janam, you will also say bad to me and like it, you will give me back.
Oh, it may be anything. In next janam, you may be walking and the train may go over your leg and you may get your leg and get fractured. I don't know.
अच्छा. So वो realization से
There
कुछ
is
फर्क
no.
नहीं पड़ेगा.
Hold on. You're misusing terms. This is not called what realization is different. If you realize I am not the body, mind, ego that did that action, I am the divine soul, then all your karmas are redeemed. Complete, all your karmas are wiped out. That is called self-realization. But just realizing my mistake is not self-realization.
Okay, got it. Got it very clearly. Got my answer. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Next question, please. Administrator. Jyotri. Anybody has a live question? I'm going to Jyotri's typed question. What is the difference between peace and bliss? Beautiful. Beautiful question. Huh? Those of you who come to the call, once in a way, you need to have a light question like this also. What is the meaning? What is the difference between peace and bliss? Let us start with what is happiness. For a young child, happiness is just having a chocolate, a ball or a doll. Huh? When you grow big, it is romance. You just want to fall in love with your college boyfriend or girlfriend. But bliss is different. Bliss is eternal happiness. Bliss is contentment. Bliss is fulfillment. Bliss is not pleasure. Bliss is much more long lasting than a pizza. Unfortunately, we mix up all these words. For example, peace. Peace is the foundation of happiness. What is peace? Peace is when the mind is still. The mind is like our life is like a lake. And thoughts are like ripples. When the thoughts come and they create ripples, they rob our peace of mind. When they rob our peace of mind, there can be no happiness. There can be no bliss. The mind is, yesterday also we talked of this subject. The mind is constantly yearning. I want this, I want this, I want this. And the mind is cheating us. The mind says, if I get that house, no, if only I get that house, no, arey yaar, I'll be in Ananda. One boy said, if only I get Ferrari, no, only Ferrari, or kuch nahi chahiye. Ferrari mujhe mil gaya na, I will be happy for the rest of my life. But when he got the Ferrari, he lost his peace of mind. Because when he got the Ferrari, then in the night he could not sleep. The Ferrari was parked outside. He said, what if somebody comes and bangs my Ferrari? He lost his peace. We human beings don't know that happiness starts with achievement and pleasure, then fulfillment, contentment, and peace, and finally enlightenment and the purpose. Realizing that this world is just a show. What am I running behind? When you realize you are the divine soul, you are the Atma, you are the Ruh. Nowadays I use the word Ruh. Ruh means the soul, the deep divine soul. When you realize you are the Ruh, correct? Then there is no problem. There's no physical pain of the body, misery of the mind, agony of the ego. But if you are, even though you are a soul, if you don't realize, then the mind is constantly coming and nibbling at you like a rat. The mind is key. How the mind troubles. Just today they called and they told me some investigation department had come to do some checking in the temple. For a moment, the mind starts saying, hey, who's come? What checking? Who's come? Who's what? Call immediately from Switzerland. Who's come for checking? Who are these officers? Then immediately I came back into the soul AiR mode. I said, kya hai? Kya problem? He said, this problem. I said, okay, finished. In 5 seconds, I put it behind because the mind will not leave us. So my dear friends, so Jyotri, peace is when you still the monkey mind. Bliss is an output of peace. Peace is the foundation. Peace is the cause. Bliss is the effect. If there is no peace, you can't have bliss. There was one, he said, only if I marry that girl, if only I marry that girl. And he was not able to marry that girl. So he lost his peace and he lost his bliss. Because the mind is a monkey. The mind troubles us. The mind is yearning. The mind says, I want this. I told you yesterday, jo mera, wo mera. Jo tera, wo bhi mera. So therefore, my dear friends, let's get clear. Remember, if you want bliss, first you need peace. Peace is very important. And don't get attached to pleasure. Don't let your mind drag you into yearning and seeking something which is not good for you. It may be a cigarette. You know, somebody's mind is starting to get you. Say, I want cigarette, I want cigarette, I want cigarette. Mind is not leaving. No, I want cigarette. I had a girl who was working with me. She's a very good girl. Very good girl working with me. But in 1 week, I sacked her. I dismissed her. Because every time there was a meeting happening in my room and we were 8 people, 6 people having a meeting, she will say, 5 minutes, I want to go to the toilet. 5 minutes, I want to call my mother. 5 minutes. We came to know she was going to smoke. Every 2 hours, she could not stop. She wanted to smoke. So these are the things which steal our peace. They steal our bliss. When will we realize that we are the divine soul? When will we reach that state of Ananda? When will we reach that state of Sat Chit Anand? Then there will be eternal peace. There will be everlasting joy. There will be divine love. What we think, we don't know the meaning of love. We go by this Hindi movies, Bollywood. Bollywood mein jo bhi gana hai, nacho, na. You go nacho, nacho, gao, nacho, nacho, gao, and that's all. You think that is, no, this is not that. This is just faltu love. True love is divine. True love is loving the soul and loving the divine and being able to live as the Atma. Next question, please. So therefore, peace is the foundation. Bliss is the effect. And pleasure will not last. Pleasure will only burn you. Pleasure will come, create a fire, and it will burn you. Get out of that pleasure drive. Anybody has live question? I have 2, 3 type question, but first priority live question, please. Who would like to ask? Live questions. You know, tomorrow I'm not there. Tomorrow I'm on a flight. I'm on a flight from Switzerland to Frankfurt to India. I land at 1 o'clock in the morning and we will have the next call on Saturday. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, I know, but there's no call. And Ask AiR will resume again on Saturday. So make use of it today. Anybody wants to ask a live question?
You said that all movies, songs like it is not real love. लेकिन हम जब गाने सुनते हैं तो दिल को छू जाते हैं कुछ गाने, ऐसा क्यों होता है फिर?
Because तुम्हारा दिल जो है ना वो mind है. तो दिल है ना, sometimes you see one boy and you say यार मुझे इससे बहुत प्यार हो गया यार. क्या बहुत प्यार हो गया? नहीं यार मुझे मेरा जान है यार. तुम्हारा जान कैसे हो गया थे? तुमने उसको देखा तुम्हारा जान हो गया. कैसा जान हो गया तुम? This is a monkey mind, रेखा. ये जो मन है ना, मन सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन. The mind makes, that's why today you find so many problems where the mind manipulates. And the problem is Bollywood. These Bollywood movies, I think, some of them are so corrupt. I wish there were Bollywood movies on enlightenment. At least they would be contributing to some positive thing. Bollywood movies will encourage you to do all the wrong things. And then you do the wrong things, and then your life is destroyed. Your life is paralyzed. So many people are just following the Bollywood advice. So I am saying, what is the right way to live, Rekha? The right way to live is to know I am the Atma in Rekha. ये मैं रेखा जो हूं ना, ये तो सिर्फ एक कॉस्ट्यूम है. ये जो शरीर जो मेरा रेखा का नाम है, शरीर है, this is just a costume. This is not me. I am the divine soul. So you need to realize that. You need to realize that you are, the moment you realize you are the divine soul, then these Bollywood things will not affect you.
But even Rekha is there now. मतलब दो चीजें, like I'm seeing as a two things in me. One is Rekha and one is Atma. So how should I उसको एक कैसे करना है? अब
जब तक तुम रेखा है, जब तक तुम रेखा है, you will suffer. You will suffer pain of the body, misery of the mind, agony of the ego. तुम जब तक तुम रेखा है ना, तुम्हें तो चक्की piecing and your mind will trouble you so many things. ये मेरी बच्ची को ये हो गया, ये मेरा हो गया, ये मेरे पति, ये मेरा ये मेरे भाई, ये मेरे माँ, या because when you come to know you are the Atma, then what do you realize? You live a life of surrender. You live a life where you become an instrument of the divine. You surrender, you dedicate your life to the work of the Atma. ये जो रेखा है ना, ये रेखा झूठ है. एक दिन रेखा मरेगी कि नहीं मरेगी? You will die one day. Rekha will die or Rekha will not. Then how long you are going to be Rekha, man? How long you are going to be Rekha?
लेकिन ये मैं कैसे भूल जाऊंगी? ये रेखा तो है ना, अब रेखा इसको कैसे मारना है? ये तो मेरे हाथ में तो है नहीं ना, रेखा तो है.
तुम पहले अपना माइंड को लेके कमोड में डाल के फर्स्ट माइंड को फ्लश करो. Take your mind.
माइंड तो वापस आ ही जाता है.
हाँ?
माइंड तो वापस आ ही जाता है, वो थोड़ी बंद होता है कमरे में.
What I'm trying to say, it is your mind that is creating. You know who causes the biggest problems in the world? You know, the biggest problems are caused by the mind. The mind, it can really. That's why they say you must use the intellect. The intellect doesn't cause the problem. You have got in front of you, you have got both. You have got mind and you have got intellect. You should not go by the mind. The mind will tell you, ye karo yaar, ye karo yaar, ye karo yaar, ye karo. Intellect should say, no, don't do. It is wrong. It is wrong. Don't do it. Lekin, if the mind is made the master, if the mind is constantly mind ko tumne power de diya, then the mind will keep on. The mind will bulldoze you. Mind will not let you sleep peacefully. Mind will make you do the wrong things. It is a very dangerous thing. That's why yesterday our Mataji, you know what Mataji told yesterday? Yesterday hamari Mataji ne bola, in life, when you have to make decision, don't make decision by heart, make by head. Mataji correct, आपने बोला कल. मैंने appreciate किया. मैंने बोला माताजी पता नहीं कहाँ PhD करके आई है. I remember.
तो दिल की आवाज सच्ची आवाज होती है.
अरे बिल्कुल गलत. दिल की आवाज तो दिल की कोई आवाज ही नहीं है. कहां से है दिल? बताओ मुझे, दिल की आवाज कहां से आती है? Only बॉलीवुड फिल्म में आती है. This is a big, something. This is a big mistake, Rekha. On a more serious note, it can destroy our life. It can destroy जो दिल की आवाज है. It can destroy life. We must know what is the purpose of our life. Who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose of life? We have to understand these things. Life is not a joke. Life is not something.
Yeah.
Life is not a ride. कि joy ride तुम जाके मस्ती करो, कुछ भी करो. नहीं, जीवन का मकसद है. क्या मकसद है जीवन का? मुक्ति पाना है, freedom चाहिए. We want liberation. After there is liberation, then there is unification. We want realization. So this is the important things that we need. Last question for today, Shilpa. Shilpa.
Namaste. Hi.
Namaste. Bolo, Shilpa.
आपने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले एक जैसे बात स्टार्ट की, बहुत ही सही बात बोली कि रिलीजन, जिसको हम धर्म बोल रहे हैं, कितना मुश्किल कर दिया है रियलिटी को समझना। जब ऐसे केसेस होते हैं जो गुरुद्वारे में हुआ, गुरु के घर में हम सिक्खी भूल गए, आज भी एक ऐसा केस हुआ। ये सब चीजें जब, वैसे तो मैं न्यूज बहुत अवॉइड करती हूँ, मैं बिल्कुल न्यूज नहीं देखती, लेकिन कभी कभी आ ही जाते हैं फीड में, एंड दे डिस्टर्ब यू, दे लीव यू डिस्टर्ब्ड कि आप भगवा कपड़ों में हो, सारा दिन किताबें पढ़ते हो, फिर भी आपको एक सीधी सी बात नहीं समझ में आ रही है, तो क्या फायदा इन चीजों का जो वो कर रहे हैं?
Shilpa, so Shilpa, like Hitkari ji said, we are not here to make a comment on them. हमें पता नहीं what he said, maybe it was an attack, maybe what, but what I'm only saying, in the macro, on the macro picture, all religions are becoming a bottleneck for enlightenment.
Absolutely.
Because religion is trying to create, they are creating some dogma. They are making us fight against each other. Religion is saying, my God is God, your God is not God. Religion is making us hate each other. No, yeah, this is not the way. This is not the way to enlightenment, or this is not the way to bliss
Absolutely,
and
I
peace.
agree with you. तो वही बॉटलनेक बन गया, इतना प्रॉब्लम है। मतलब सिंपल सी बात है जो हम इतने टाइम से आस्क एयर पे भी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, वो सिंपल सी बात समझने में चलो हम आम लोगों को टाइम लग सकता है, जो लोग एक्चुअली इन चीजों को पढ़ते हैं उन्हें क्यों टाइम लगता है इतना?
नहीं, because वो भी आम लोग हैं ना। वो तो आम, the people who are, you think religious people are enlightened?
No.
This is the biggest mistake, to think that religious people are enlightened. No, religious people are worse than the people who are not religious, because at least the people who are not religious, they have an open mind.
True.
They have an open mind. The blackboard of their life is clear. They can write. But people who are religious, their blackboard is cluttered with myth. Their blackboard is so manipulated that they have no opportunity to understand the right. They don't understand what is right.
How do we deal with certain situations? कि मतलब अगर सामने ऐसे कोई मिल जाए जो इस तरीके की बातें कर रहा हो, और आपको पता है कि वो कितना, मतलब वो खुद भी फंसे हुए हैं उस चीज में, लेकिन उनको रियलाइज नहीं हो रहा है, उनको कैसे थोड़ा सा समझाया जाए कि वो एटलीस्ट एक पाथ तो पकड़े सही?
I'll tell you what, the way to do it is this. हम किसी और को नहीं समझा सकते हैं. We have to become a role model.
True.
We have to, in fact, all of you on this call, what is the one important thing you can do? Before I close, I have 1 more minute to close. What can all of you do as a karma yoga? You can transform the world. If you talk to 100 people, simple thing. I'm giving you all 5 tips. All of you, please pay attention. And when I meet somebody, what I do, I'm asking you to do the same thing. Correct? You meet somebody and say, who are you? They'll say, I'm Ramesh. Immediately what you should say?
Who are you?
झूठ क्यों बोल रहा है? Why you are lying? Immediately they will react. No, I'm Ramesh. I say, sure. Don't be lies. You are not Ramesh. Your name is Ramesh. When you were born, you are Ramesh. Shake people up. So Shilpa, what you must do, you must shake people up. The latest thing when I meet people, the latest thing what I do, I ask people, what is your birth date? And they say, my birthday is 14th of December. I say, why you are bluffing? Why you are bluffing? Birthday is not 14th of December. They say, what do you mean? I can show you my birth certificate, 14th of December. I said, you ask your mother. On 13th, you are kicking in her stomach. Ask your mother and tell me you are dead on 13th or you are alive. Oh yeah, that way I was alive. I said, when you were born? They say, I was born 9 months before. So what can all of you do? You can shake people up. And you can wake people up. And you can take the start in transforming people. So shake up people about what is your birth. Ask them, when you die, where will you go? You will go to heaven. How will you go to heaven? Your body is burnt. How will you go? Then you ask people, every time in your house, you're putting agarbatti for your grandfather. Your grandfather's gone, burnt the body. He's already born somewhere else. Why you're putting agarbatti for your grandfather? Try to provoke people. And this is what you can do. At least if you do this, wake up many people. And it will make them start. Today's whole subject is this, right? Yeah. Why are such few people seeking enlightenment? why are there such few people on this path who want enlightenment? And I think you are very beautiful today. Many of you very interesting things. I bow down to all my gurus on this call. You are all my gurus. Every day you all teach me something. You are all my masters. And every day, because of you, I am able to learn certain things. And with the grace of the divine, I'm able to give you some answers. With that note, tomorrow, please excuse me, forgive me. I'm on the flight. There will be no Ask AiR tomorrow and no Friday session. But I am looking forward to seeing you on Saturday at 8. I bow down to the sit in all of you. May the divine blessing be upon you. Shivoham, Shivoham.